I know there have been many questions that have come up in regards to these units being recreated in Curriculum Crafter and really understanding how do they use these units within here, how is the structure set up. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes and walk through this process with you. If you log into Curriculum Crafter, you can go to curriculumcrafter.org, .net, or .com and it will get you to the same place. Each of you have a unique password, username and password, so please fill that in and log in. If you don't see this screen when you come in, just hit the login button here and it will bring you here. Fill in your username, your password, and select Login. Once you're inside the program, your menu will look a little bit different than mine because I have different rights. But basically, you're going to look for this instructional reports. That's where you're going to spend the majority of your time. Once you open up instructional reports, I suggest you go by course. When you go by course, it allows you to see everything at one given time. So as I select, there are different options here. You're going to go to Reese Puffer Curriculum. You're going to select the content area. For today, I'm going to use math. And what will show up below is a chart with all of the information for all of the grade levels in the area of math. Today I'm going to select third grade, so I'm going to go under the units and across from third grade and hit view so that I can view more information about third grade math. So when I select view, right now we have remade one unit inside, and inside that unit is the relationship between multiplication and division. Anytime you're on this page, when you click on these items, it will link you to the full document. Think of Curriculum Crafters like a textbook, but a textbook is static. What you get from the vendor stays just like it came from the vendor. In Curriculum Crafter, this is like an electronic textbook where you can add things, create. If we need to change things, we simply just add, delete, or change. This allows us lots of flexibility as we continue to learn about the Common Core and as we need to make adjustments to our units. Once I'm inside here, let me expand this out just a little bit more so you can get a full screen here. At the top, what you're going to find is the grade level and the content area. So third grade math happens to be with the strand of operations and algebraic thinking. This is the important piece of trying to give you the big idea of what is this unit or chapter, such as in a textbook, all about. This is about the relationship between multiplication and division. So everything in this unit focuses on that big idea or the gist. Below you're going to find the critical area, and this comes directly out of the Common Core where they have highlighted what are our major emphases per grade level. We are working on I can statements, so when those are completed we'll add those in. And right now we have used the things from wherever we have taken the materials, whether it's our everyday mathematics pieces of it or from some of the Georgia Department of Ed, Ohio Department of Ed. We've taken many different things as well as some of the text that we are reading to create these enduring understandings. Otherwise, we can, in the later time, we can actually adjust these and make them whatever we would like them to be. Scroll on down, new vocabulary. I'm just going to spend a moment here on this concepts and information. In this concepts and information, this is the teacher area that will give us reminders of our focuses. So, of course, in mathematics, we need to focus on those 8 mathematical practices. We also need to know what are those terms and symbols that our students need to have an understanding. Now, some of these are for teacher reference only and are not to be memorized by students, but it is important that we're introducing these vocabulary words. Below that, sometimes this is a great area, and this is an area that many times is blank, but we as teachers together here in Reese Puffer will create these areas. It's always better to understand what common misconceptions may occur with our students prior to even teaching the unit of instruction. So in this, from the materials we were using to create this unit, they did list some common misconceptions. So as a teacher, I'd want to come here and see what those are before I begin teaching. Now we may find that there's other common misconceptions, so we're going to have to go back and add that to this area as we go throughout the unit. There's also some things that we need to remember to continue to do all the way through. So this really, again, I could go all the way down this line of the strategies that we could use, the how it embeds other strands or areas within our mathematics, as well as what should the learning look like in the end. Now this column on this left-hand side is going to look different for each of the grade levels. In the end, our goal is that they would all look like they do right in this area. So that is the teacher background information. Now we're going to go on to what is it that I need to do when I am working with my students. Under this unit standards and instruction materials, you're going to find the actual lesson name. So it's the relationship between multiplication and division. This is our overview. So below it, you're going to find what is the whole overview. In your textbook, you're going to get all of the background information of how and what this unit is about, how to teach it, what it is. It may also provide you, here are some things that you might need to have as a teacher to understand the types of division story problems that students should be expected to experience to be proficient in the area of multiplication and division. Below, it will give us kind of a little synopsis of what the students will learn. As I go down to the second lesson, this is called 100 Hungry Ants. This right here will provide students with how each of those problem structures are set up. As you'll notice in third grade, they also embedded some of the mathematics from Everyday Mathematics, where it fit and where it was appropriate, and added that right in. Soon these will be uploaded, the lessons themselves and any student resources, they'll be uploaded right here into our resource folder. We're going to go there in just a moment. Next to the actual lesson name, you're going to find the Common Core standards that are directly connected. If you hover over, it will bring up the box and it will tell you exactly what the Common Core standard says as it relates to 3.0a.1. You're going to find that the structure is set up exactly the same as you go down. So under lesson 2, there might be background information, might give you some information of what you're going to be doing in that lesson before it brings you to the next item. Now, that doesn't look like there's a whole lot there. That is because we really haven't looked at the full lesson overview. So what we need to do is we're going to go up here, we're going to go into this link here to find anything that says resource on it. So it doesn't matter what lesson we are in, the resource folder will house all of these. So right here at the end. So let's take a look at what we will find in the resource folder. I'm going to click here to the resource folder. When that opens, it's going to provide, if I actually click on it properly,